Hello there, Chaz Marler from Pair of Dice Paradise here, and last week, you may recall, in this very spot, I premiered a brand new series called Board Games Throughout History, which talked all about the board game that was recently discovered in an ancient Viking burial site, and then speculated on whether or not that game could have been Taffel, which dates back to the mid-10th century. Well, in response to that segment, two viewers responded to that series with examples of other ancient board games that still get some play today. So instead of producing my previously planned segment for today, where I was going to give away this $1,000 board game gift certificate, instead I'm going to continue this impromptu series for at least one more episode, with a look this time at an ancient and deceptively challenging game dating back to 4,500 years. Board games throughout history. Now there's two. Welcome back, fellow board game historian, to today's segment, which is made possible by a tip provided by viewer and assumed caster of Morning Magic, Dawn Mage, who alerted me to a very interesting video posted on YouTube by the British Museum about the Royal Game of Ur. Now, the first copy of the Game of Ur was discovered in the royal tombs of Ur back in Iraq in the 1920s. The copies of the game that were discovered in that location date back to at least 2600 BC, thus making the Royal Game of Ur one of the oldest examples of board games ever found. But still not the oldest board game ever found, which we may discuss in a future episode. The Game of Ur accommodates 2 players, each of whom will use 7 markers and roll 4 tetrahedral dice to place and move their markers on their turns. Now, while the entire official rules of Ur are actually not completely known, what's interesting is that we do know what we know about the game because of a fragment of a cuneiform tablet written by a Babylonian astronomer dating back to around 176 BC, making this the oldest board game rulebook in the world. Now, if you'd like to see how a Game of Ur plays out, well, the aforementioned video posted by the British Museum includes a rather spirited playthrough of it between the museum curator and Tom Scott, who has appeared on the Numberphile YouTube channel.
Before chess and before backgammon came in the world, everybody played this game. It lasted for 3,000 years, and for that reason, one imagines it must have been a good game, and it is a good game.
I really do recommend checking this video out if you'd like more information about how we expect this ancient game was played based on what modern man has been able to piece together about it. Now, as for this modern man, I've not yet been able to have a chance to play Ur, but based on the playthrough in the British Museum's video, it seems like an interesting, lightweight, abstract game with quite a few more layers of strategy than may first seem. But what about you? Have you played the ancient royal game of Ur? And if so, how does it hold up to modern abstract strategy games that have been introduced in recent years? I would love to know in the comments below. Yes, I am excited about giving it away too, and thank you so much for donating the gift certificate. I was going to give it away this week, but I had to push it back, maybe next week. But I will let you know as soon as it goes out. And thanks again. Oh, yeah, I'll talk to you later. Honey, where's our tape?